welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you everything that I actually used in my hospital bag, and also the things that I did not use and the things that I did not bring with me, but I wish that I did. So before we get into the video, I would love if you subscribed if you have not yet already. My name is Catherine Owen and I make motherhood and lifestyle content videos for you guys. Also, I'm going to be doing a video all about what I packed for Shiloh's hospital bag and what we used for her. So if you want to see that video, be sure to hit the notification bell, and I will be sure to link it down below in the description box as soon as I post it. If you hear any little clicking noises in the background, it's just my dog walking around. When his nails hit the wood floor, it makes a little clicking noise, so if you hear that, that's all that is. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. So I have a list here in my notebook of everything that I brought with me, and I'm just gonna go down the list and talk about what I used and what I didn't. The first thing on the list that I actually used is a boppy nursing pillow. Now, if you don't know what it looks like, you probably do, but it looks like this, and it's just like a horseshoe shaped pillow that it goes around you like this, and then the baby can lay down on the top when you are breastfeeding. So to be honest, for the first part of like the first day or so, like after she was born, I didn't know how to use the pillow, so I didn't put it to a lot of use. However, it was good because I was able to talk to the lactation consultant and she showed me how to use it. So if you're gonna be laying down in bed, in the hospital bed for most of the time, you may not use the pillow, but if you're gonna be sitting up straight, and my daughter's awake. If you're going to be sitting up straight, like on the couch or sitting up straight in bed, then the boppy pillow will work great for you. And I think that it doesn't hurt to have it because it can really help support you so you don't have to hold yourself up while you're feeding the baby. Another thing that I brought with me is a boppy wedge pillow. So the wedge pillow is very similar to the nursing pillow, except it's literally just a small wedge shape. So it's about this big and like this thick on one side, and then it slowly goes down to a wedge. So I used this during my pregnancy, probably from like 25 weeks on all the way up until when Shiloh was born. It was a lifesaver for when I was sleeping at night because it helped support my stomach and that side of my body because I had to sleep on my side. So I wanted to have it with me just because I thought, you know, while I'm in the hospital bed and in labor, I might want it, and I did. I labored through the night, and even though I didn't get any sleep, it was great to have it there just to make me a little bit more comfortable. So I am glad that I brought that. Another thing that I brought with me are just some obvious things. I brought a phone charger. Of course I used that, and then an extension cord. When you think about it, an outlet might not be right next to you, so the extension cord was perfect because I had an extension cord like behind the hospital bed, and I was able to drag it around so I could have my phone charger right there next to me. I also brought a white noise machine because I sleep with a white noise machine every single night. So it was perfect for me, and I was able to plug that into the extension cord as well. I also brought my iPhone, obviously, and then an iPad. Tyler was going to watch movies on the iPad while he was, I guess, waiting for the Shiloh to come, and while I was in labor. That never actually happened because, I don't know, I mean, there was a TV in there so we could watch movies on there, and I think he was more so just trying to get sleep when he could, so he just never used the iPad. But I don't think it would have been bad to have, but I guess when you're actually in labor, you are more concerned with what's going on with the contractions and how the baby's doing and how everything's coming along. You're more concerned with that than actually wanting to sit down on an iPad and watch a movie. At least we were, so we did not use it. Another thing that people told me to bring is loose, comfortable clothing, or just like clothing that you just want to lounge in. And what I mostly wore when I was there would be like a comfortable t-shirt or a nursing tank top. So anything like nursing related is really great. I also got some silky pajamas off of Amazon, and they button down. So it was nice because I could just undo some buttons if I needed to nurse her and then button them back up, and it was really comfortable. I also brought flip-flops, and I did use those once when I took a shower. I did wear flip-flops. Also, I brought fuzzy socks. So being in a hospital room isn't always the most homey and comfortable thing in the world. So I wanted to make sure that I brought with me some things that would just be comfortable, I guess, and I don't know, remind me of home. So having the fuzzy socks were great. I got the ones with grips on the bottom so that when I was, you know, walking on the hospital floor, I wasn't like sliding around, but I'm really glad that I brought those fuzzy socks. Another great thing to bring with you that we did is an empty duffel bag. So you will go home with a bunch of stuff from the hospital. They're gonna send you home with pads and just like so much random supplies. So bring an empty duffel bag with you. Also, you can bring home whatever diapers that you don't use, that like, cause they'll give you like a couple packs of diapers. So whatever you don't use, bring with you. Swaddling blankets, like you couldn't even ask for more if you want more. Like whatever you want to bring with you, do it, because they're already charging you for the hospital, they're already charging you for all this stuff, so you might as well take advantage of it. Another thing that was suggested and I went ahead and did is I brought snacks with me. I'm glad that I did. I actually wish that I would have brought more snacks. So I think by like the first day, like we were there for the first 24 hours, I think we'd already eaten all of our snacks. So I wish that we would have brought more just to have, especially because afterwards, it takes a whole lot out of you and you just need to be like replenished with food. As far as labor goes, there are a few things that really helped me out to make me more comfortable and help me a little bit, especially during early labor before I could get an epidural. So one of those things is a heating pad. So I have a heating pad that I would use when I would get like bad menstrual cramps. And I thought, you know, people say that, you know, labor and the feeling of it is kind of like bad menstrual cramps. So I figured a heating pad might help. So I brought that with me and I used it for at least like the first 4 or 5 hours of labor. And it did help a lot. So I was getting really bad pains in my lower back, so I had the heating pad in the back there, and it really helped numb pain in that area. I really wish I had 2 heating pads because I would have put one in the front and one in the back, but it's really good to keep the heat off of the baby, so I guess the back is probably like the best place. So the only things that I brought with me that I did not end up using is I brought my own underwear. I ended up just using the white mesh underwear that they provide for you. I brought my prenatal vitamins because I figured I'm still going to need them, but I did not end up taking them at all. I think that they may have given me a prenatal vitamin like after I had her and like when I was in the recovery room, because they would like give you that and then they would give you ibuprofen if you want it and like a stool softener or whatever. So I think that they can include a prenatal vitamin if you want one. So I did not use mine. I also brought makeup and I did not end up putting on any makeup. I went in with some makeup on, but that lasted me for the first 24 hours because I didn't have time to wash my face. And then I washed it off and didn't put makeup on again until I got home. And then I also brought some of my own pads with me because I figured I might not like theirs. I did not end up using mine at all because the ones they supply are so much bigger and so much more absorbent. So I would say don't even worry about bringing any of your own pads or anything like that because they're going to give it to you and supply it for you. So looking back, one of the things that I wish I would have brought with me is some type of cushion or padding to sit on. So I didn't think about this, but the hospital bed is pretty hard. It's not very comfortable at all. So if you've ever been in a hospital before, I'd only been once. It was in the emergency room. So I've never stayed in a hospital overnight. But the hospital bed, yeah, it was not comfortable. So in labor, I used the Wedge Pillow and that helped me a bit. And then once you get the epidural, you're numb. So you're not so worried about how comfortable you are. But afterwards, I had to stay an extra 2 nights after I had her. Not extra, but I had to stay 2 nights after I had her because I was GBS positive, and they make you stay for 48 hours just so they can monitor the baby and make sure that the baby doesn't develop fever or anything like that. So I was spending a lot of time sitting on that hospital bed because our recovery room was pretty small. I mean, we didn't have a whole lot of room, you know, to do stuff and like move around or anything. Not that I would want to, because I was recovering. So I spent a lot of time sitting on that bed, laying on that bed. And let me tell you, my butt would get so sore. And think about the fact that I just had a baby and I had a 2nd-degree tear. So it just was not comfortable at all. The discomfort from sitting on that bed just made how sore I was even worse. So I would definitely bring like a soft pillow to sit on, or like something that's memory foam. I remember in college I had like a memory foam, what is it called? It's like the thing that you lay out on the bed. It's like a mattress pad. There you go. I had a mattress pad that was like this thick, and it was like a memory foam cushion. If you brought something like that with you, it would be so good. And you could even fold it in half and just put that underneath you. Just make it softer so that the whole time you're recovering and everything, you're just like so much more comfortable, because you're gonna be on there when you're breastfeeding and sleeping and when you're awake, like all that time, and you want to be comfortable. Save yourself and bring a mattress pad with you if you have one. All right, you guys, that is everything that I used in my hospital bag, and also the one thing I wish that I would have brought with me. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and stay tuned for my next one. It's going to be all about what I put in Shiloh's hospital bag and what we ended up using. All right, you guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.